Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Let's learn about the history of 19th century for kids. 19th century, also known as the Victorian era, was the century that witnessed the most significant changes in world history. It began with Napoleon ruling France from his self-made empire and ended with Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee marking 60 years on the throne. This century saw some major changes like the Industrial Revolution, the end of slavery and colonialism, and the rise of new ideologies such as nationalism, socialism, and communism. Let's quickly skim through some important events of this century. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of France while being at war with almost all of Europe. But he was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 and exiled to a remote island. After this, there was a period of peace in Europe, which came to be known as the Concert of Europe. The leading European powers cooperated to maintain peace and stability on the continent. In Latin America, the wars of independence against the Spanish rule were successfully concluded by 1825, resulting in the creation of several new republics. The first half of the 19th century saw the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a major power in the Middle East. They even successfully defended their territories against Russia in the Russo-Turkish War of 1828-29 and 1853-56. In Africa, the Berlin Conference of 1884-85 divided the continent among the European powers, marking the beginning of the scramble for Africa. The discovery of gold in South Africa led to the Boer Wars between the British and the Dutch settlers. These wars resulted in the creation of the Union of South Africa in 1910. In India, the first half of the 19th century witnessed the decline of the Mughal Empire and the expansion of the British Raj. The Indian Rebellion of 1857 against the British rule is considered a watershed moment in the history of India. It led to the transfer of power from the British East India Company to the Crown. The late 19th century saw the introduction of English education in India, which played a crucial role in the rise of Indian nationalism. In China, the 19th century began with the Qing dynasty at its territorial peak. However, it ended with the First Sino-Japanese War and the Boxer Rebellion, which severely weakened the Chinese. In the United States, the early 19th century was marked by the War of 1812 against Britain and the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the country. The issue of slavery became increasingly divisive, leading to the American Civil War between the North and the South. The war resulted in the abolition of slavery and the preservation of the Union. The late 19th century witnessed the rise of industrialization, urbanization, and immigration in the United States. In Australia, the first European settlement was established in 1888, and the country gained full responsible government in 1901. The 19th century witnessed remarkable scientific and technological advancements. In 1807, the first steam locomotive was built by Richard Trevithick. In 1820, the French inventor Joseph Nicephore Niepce took the first photograph. In 1831, Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, laying the foundation for electric motors and generators. In 1843, the English scientist John Henry Pepper built the first television system. In 1859, the American inventor Alexander Graham Bell developed the telephone. In 1876, the first practical incandescent light bulb was invented by Thomas Edison. By the end of the 19th century, industrial production had increased dramatically, leading to economic growth and the rise of new technologies. However, this progress came at a cost. The gap between the rich and the poor widened, leading to social unrest and the emergence of new political ideologies such as socialism and communism. This was a brief history of the 19th century. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.